Hey guys, I'm making a smoothie real quick and I'll be right back. Server's live too. Ready. Memento. The server isn't showing up. Well, I will reset it then. Right. Just in time. Completely planned. Yo, Hex. What's up? We are finally getting back to the Trailmakers content that you guys actually like versus just whatever the hell I'm playing at that point in time in the day. So, welcome back to the more regularly scheduled content. Yeah, we'll be live for at least a couple hours. So, do your thing. We need to play the single player at some point too. I'm not sure when we're gonna do that, but we got to get to it. Gots to get to it. Yeah, I've got nothing planned again. I don't know what we're gonna do. Now it showed up. Awesome. Okay, cool. I've got smoothie in hand and 50 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll yeah, Sharky here. I got you. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we'll be on in 50 minutes for sure. Yeah. I just got a smoothie and the game, and I don't even know what the hell we're gonna do, because we just, you know, for those tuning in, or showcase, well, not showcase, we advertise build or bust content, because we need signups, man. We need 2 more people to be signed up, and we might adapt the model, but we need people to sign up for build or bust on our Discord. So if you guys are watching the repeat and haven't joined the Discord yet, why the hell not? If you own Trailmakers on Steam and you need something to do in the game, then like, we got you. Come join build or bust and do the thing and compete for some motherfucking money. I just realized I should have changed my Twitch bio, because I'm a lot more of a variety streamer than I was when I started. I have a bunch of new games planned for the future and stuff as well. Yeah, you might want to. I probably should work on my Twitch bio too. I tried to cram in as much stuff on there as possible about what we're gonna do. You know, I'm a fan of Satisfactory. You know, have been since the day I saw the game. I actually waited an entire year to get it on Steam. So like, I was like super pumped when that game came out. Like I had been watching it for close to a year on Epic, and had been watching streamers play it, and was just like so ready. Just like loved that game. Was like, dude, this game's so cool. Like, it's got great art. It's got a cool premise. Like, the story is going to be lit. There's hella content on it. It's in early access. It's getting actual updates. Like, it's working, you know, like, and like, I loved it, like, every step of the way. And so I waited for it to go out on Steam. Like, the day it was available for launch on Steam, I bought that shit for like $25. And I even bought it for a buddy of mine too, because he wanted it and couldn't afford it, and I had extra cash at the time. So I went ahead and bought it for him too. And we played for a little bit. But he's got like game ADHD. He goes from game to game to game to game. He played it with me for like a little bit, then never went back. But he's a nice kid, but he doesn't play it much anymore. So I'm excited for the multiplayer. They're working on dedicated servers too. So like, at full release of the game, or maybe sooner, we will be able to have the over analytical gaming Satisfactory server, and we'll be able to hop in and like all do stuff on its own server and not have to worry about like anything else. And there is multiplayer currently, but it goes off of the save file of a single person, so you can only work on it like if that person's online. So that won't be a huge issue for like when we're on stream and we want to do that. But a dedicated server would be amazing as well. And I would prefer that over Minecraft. I know we can do that on Minecraft, but I'd prefer Satisfactory, because I'll actually play it. and we'll do a run through as a community on Satisfactory. That'll be cool. And yeah, Satisfactory is going to be a thing for sure. What else? I've made some changes to the Apex rework as well. I need to. I'm going to put that content out without the comparison to what the game's at currently, because that keeps changing and that's not going in the right direction. So instead of worrying about how my game relates to the base game, I'm just going to put out my content as is, without comparison. And way down the road, if it ever gets traction, we might put that into a more professional YouTube video, but I really don't have the appetite for a lot of YouTube video editing. So I'm going to try to get away with as little of that as possible, especially on my current PC setup. It's not fun on my current PC, so that's a big thing as well. It just isn't fun on my current PC, so I don't really feel like doing it. But yeah, why is it not? Oh, because it's right click, not middle wheel. And Rocket League's going to be a thing too. So if you guys like the Rocket League content, there will be more of that. We got a new follower today from an earlier stream. Or actually, we got 2 new follows. We got Crystal Feedy and Strayit. And Crystal is from Ethereum's channel, and they are a fan of Rocket League. And so I sent them to the YouTube channel, and we've got some Rocket League content on the Twitch already. So we will definitely be playing more Rocket League, probably even today. Probably even be playing more Rocket League today. I don't know about who. Crystal F1 Ti. Oh, we never finished the BDSM. We should probably try to finish the BDSM. Never heard of them? Oh, okay. Well, don't let them know that. They're going to be hurt. It was either that or Strayit. Oh, Sharky says that they might be following him too. Good. I told them to follow you. So if you got a new follower today, then you have Ethereum and me to thank. Mostly me, because I put your link in the chat. Straight is from your channel. Okay. I got a notification of someone following me this morning. I don't remember what their name is. Perfect. Well, you owe us. Right. Yeah, Straight's from your channel. And Crystal that. Are you gonna go play D&D now? For sure. Awesome. See you, buddy. But that is, I think, the name, gamer tag. Strayit is, yeah, Strayit was the one. Okay, so it was Strayit, not Crystal. So Strayit is a Rocket League fan, and they will be getting more Rocket League content for sure on my channel, because I like playing that game. I have a good time with it. What's the server called? Do ! server in the Twitch chat, and it will give you the thing. Okay, so now I've got to attach a ton of guns to this thing. Oh, you making a plane? Having fun with the shark. Never mind, remembered. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's always the same name. It's just the name of the channel. So if you remember the server name, you remember the channel name. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Firefighter 007. Firefighter T007. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the channel. This is a skeleton shark made by our good friend Storm Fishkin, and he was kind enough to let us save the blueprint, and it's just, I love it, man. I play with it like every stream. It's so cool. If you play Trailmakers, go ahead and join our Discord, man. And you can even join the server if you want. We got room for one more. We got Hex and Sharky in here too, some other fellow TTV streamers. If you feel like giving them a follow as well, that'd be dope. Ah, that's so cool. That literally like never gets old. Wow. I wish it was like a little bit faster, but this is still cool. Oh, you did an uppercase OG? Yeah. Yeah, it used to be uppercase OG, but we changed it. So, don't feel bad. My blueprints are gone because you reset your PC. Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm trying to get like a good one, like one more good one. I can't quite get it. It's not like they were any good. Yeah, that's kind of what would happen if mine went away. It'd be like, well, like, is that really like the worst thing? It's not like mine were like amazing anyway. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Firefighter T007. Thank you for the follow, man. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. God, this guy's cool. It's so neat. Right. I have no plan for the stream today, much like many of the Trailmaker streams nowadays. Oh, we still have Shark's Yeet Machine. I forgot about the Yeet Machine. Yay. Yeet Machine. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. How dare you? Okay. We got a wall climber. We're trying to work on the big plane. Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly just don't know what to do. I need to clean up my blueprints for build or bust so that we can kind of get through a lot of this. I have to divide 0.5 by 7. Ew, that's annoying. Oh, you know what? How are my stocks doing? Let's check. GME is at 164. Okay, I guess that's not the worst. It's still pretty good. And Viacom is doing kind of mediocre, but that's expected of Viacom. It just recently went through a pretty big short, so it's not going to be great. Man, that one's recovering. I was really hoping that wouldn't recover today, but I've got months. And CVS is not recovering too. That's good. I bet on CVS to go down, so yay. Not completely fucking up. All right. Next, what are we doing today? What else are we doing today? Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. Oh, it turns like that. Okay. It's a workshop build. That is hard to control. How are you supposed to turn in this? Like, every time I turn, it just flips. Whoops. Oh crap. It almost gives it like a little like slow mode to like help you kind of like get the feel for it and like go the direction you're trying to go, and then you just like get that way and open it up and then just fly and then like slow down, you know, a couple taps here and there to kind of get you going. Oops, come on. There we go. And then just go. I need a spoon for my smoothie. Stir that shit. Is this guy mainly just made to do donuts or what? It's very good at donuts. Okay. Man, we're doing pretty good on the follow. We lost a couple followers too. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we lost like 3 or 4. I was kind of bummed. I was like, oh, like, you know, like we had hit 60, then we went down to 59, then we went up to 61, and then we went back down to 60. Now we're doing pretty good, and we're above 60 for sure. We got another like 3 follows today too, which is perfect. But like, big sad. I was sad to see those guys go. I don't even know who it was either. Like, it doesn't tell you. You don't get notification for who unfollowed, which is probably a good thing. That way that they can't get like spammed. You know, be like, why'd you unfollow? Like, come back. You know. That would be fun though if that was like a thing on the channel. You could like send them a ping when they unfollowed, like with just once. But like you could play like a song if you wanted to, like send a message. You know, like. Because if you wanted to sing that, if you wanted to not sing it, but like if you wanted to like play that song, like the Baby Come Back song from the 80s, that'd be fun. I'd do that. Oh god. If there was like a second wheel in the front, this would be way more manageable. Or just like, oh my god. It tips so easy, and that's how it's like, it turns extra from tipping. Yeah, that's like borderline like undrivable. I kind of don't like that. Yeah, we were gonna clean up my blueprints. Like, I can get rid of this truck. I no qualms with getting rid of that truck. That was dumb. This was a very specific thing for getting something through the campaign. I don't know. I don't need this ship any. Well, that's kind of fun to show where the concept came from to where the concept ended up. The barge was a very specific thing for trying to grab the piece, but that didn't work. It was too tall, so we're gonna delete this. This is the car Fudo made, so we don't want to get rid of that. The racer was like a stock of the Batmobile that we didn't quite like. It wasn't quite finished that I could like turn into something else if I wanted to, but I think we're gonna get rid of it. And then this is where the boat ended up, like idea to completion kind of thing. This little boat was just for campaign. I don't think I really need. I think I still use this, so I don't need that. I don't really use the booper, but this was good for pre-magnet use in the campaign. So if you ever do the campaign again, I'm gonna want that. This guy's super useful for campaign. Subcar, I forgot what the hell this is. Oh, my flying vehicles, I don't have a lot. The Snatcher is really useful too. This is for builder bust. This is builder bust. This is builder bust by block, but this isn't quite what we were gonna do. I don't know if we need that right now. Yeah, the bombs, builder bust, target boat, builder bust. My hovercraft, the plane that we modified because I didn't have this. I modified for campaign, so it's extra shit because I don't have the good pieces in campaign yet. So there's that, and then the hovercrafts work pretty good. And then I don't. What's the difference between these two? I need to figure out the difference between those two. These are blueprints that someone in stream had me test out and try. So just because I need the room, I'm gonna get rid of these guys. I still have them in Discord if I ever need them back. But that was fun. Oh, this is Shark's Cannonball, Ethereum's gun. I don't know if I need that. I have this now. This is more fun. So I'm gonna get rid of this guy. And then this is kind of the same thing. So I'm gonna get rid of Shark's Cannonball. Fairy Judge for Shark. We don't need this guy anymore. Thank you though, Shark. Appreciate it. This guy doesn't work. I like the rocket version more than this one, but that's okay. We need. Oh, I don't think we need the 12K. I'll keep the 12K, but I don't think we need it. Big plane, piece of shit. Dumb thing can go away. Keep the Yeet Machine. Got to keep the BDSM and the Pod Racer and the tank steering stuff from before. So basically, I think right now I just need to figure out what the difference is between this guy and the other guy. Oh, this guy has like 4 blocks, and this guy only has like 1. That's gonna be the main difference. Oh, this guy has hover pads. Why does that one have hover pads? Okay. This has altitude distance sensors, which is what I wanted. Why does this have hover? Oh, this has both. Okay. Well, let's see how this one works. Are those hover pads even doing anything? Oh, damn, Shark. That looks cool. Okay, how is this guy doing? This guy's doing pretty good. It's got the little thruster too to make minute adjustments. Shift turns on and off, like basically glide. Spacebar is lift, like lifting thrust for when I actually grab onto something. And then it's got distance sensors to keep it close to the ground as well. But it's not doing a whole lot. But I guess it wasn't really supposed to, right? It was supposed to kind of like hover. That's not doing a good enough job. It makes it a lot easier, but like not quite doing a good enough job. So this guy needs some modification. I'm honestly not even sure that this is doing anything. Hover. The hover pads. I don't think that's doing anything. So, for sake of power cores and complexity, fuck those things. And why is this way up here? Please and thank you. There we go. And I think what I want to do is this. And that to help that magnet be a bit better, a bit easier. And I don't need this many seats. That was for something else. And I think that's enough. Why was that there? Remember? Oh, that was for the hover blocks. That can all go away. And then the distance sensor. What is this guy for? Oh, this does that. And this does that. Oh, because they need to be two different powers. That's why. That's why it was different. Because this power is 1, 1, 1. Really? They can't all be on 1. Yeah, they're both on 1. Well, what was the point of that? What was the point of having them on 2 different distance sensors if they're on 1? Because now there's not enough, that's not the point. That's not what this is supposed to do. There's just too much weight, maybe. Let's shift all this up by 1. Get the engines closer to the middle there. You know what? No, those can go further back. That's actually fine. And just enough power cores to do that. Which I don't think I actually have enough. I might actually now in campaign. I might have enough power cores for that, but we're gonna do that instead. And this like should be a thing. It should be able to float, but it doesn't want to. You know, adding another engine really isn't gonna help it float. We're trying to make it float, and I'm adding in like more engines and more weight. But we're gonna do that. That's better. That's a good bit better. That's definitely better. Oh, what? Where else can we cut weight? We can cut weight there. I could cut weight on size too. Have you, have either of you done anything for the weekly challenge? No. What's the weekly challenge? Oh, that's annoying. There we go. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. That's what we need to do. Okay. Obviously that's too much floating. We don't want that much floating, so we have to adjust the power of these 4 likely. That's going to be too much power. So let's put those down to 0.8. I remember that working before. We'll see how that does. That's a little bit much. What's the distance on both these guys? They're the same. No, they're not the same. Okay. That's 5 meters. Output scale 3.33. That's... Oh, they weren't the same power. Whoops. Okay. 15 and 5. Why? Okay, why is it so much different here? Let's put that down to 12, and we'll put this up to 8. And yeah, that's okay. So I see how I was doing that to control them instead. Or if I just do this and have them at 1 and then go down to here and change this to like 0.2. Then we're chilling. But obviously that's not enough. 0.2 is not enough, so 0.25. Hey, that's like perfect. Oh, dude, Shark, that's awesome. It's the the Starship Enterprise, or the Shark Ship Enterprise. Way to go. Okay. That is looking pretty good. That's very promising. Yeah, that looks really good, man. I like that. Want a teeny bit more control over this. Just the teeniest bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's... God, that's like Trailmakers porn right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. I know, that's nice, huh? Damn, that's nice. Let's try to get a little bit nicer. A little bit nicer. The perfect of numbers. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that logic. There we go. Yeah, I think we're chilling. I think this is perfect. What? I don't know what, man. You don't have to tell me. Your version is faster? Did you make a version of my thing? Oh, he modified the flying truck? Oh, for sure. Do I have a brake now? Did I put on a reverse thruster? I did not. I did not put on a reverse thruster. Okay. Well, that needs to get fixed. Why is there no reverse thruster? It's at 26 cores. I guess I better get a reverse one. All right. Let's, oh, hold on. Let's save this guy. Uh, can you land on top? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let me delete this one. This is the good one. This is the bad one. Delete that one. Yeah. Oh, oh, I feel like we did it. I feel like we did it, and then it got in the way. Damn. I can actually like outturn my engines with the helicopter engine too. It's kind of weird. If I can get facing the right way, it'd be kind of perfect. Hold on. I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna rotate. Try to go steady. I think I broke you. Oh no. Are you gonna crash? Yep. Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Rip. Okay, let's get lined up again and try to do that better. Does Hex have magnets too, or no? That'd be fun to get all three of them stacked. Here, backspace back, Shark. Warp speed. Are you giving it all she's got? You better be giving it all she's got. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, with our combined power. This is fun. Me the gamer. What's up, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're in the Discord too? Hey, what's up? I actually picked stock and it's doing well. I was so surprised.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta go pick up Hex. We got to go pick up Hex. Oh my god, why is it like that? Oh, we have like no way to lose altitude quickly. Hex, I can't really pick you up because like in this, like, well, I think all my magnets are in use too, and he doesn't have any magnets. Oh, okay, there we go. What did you do, Math? It was just
I
fine.
spawned in the new plane.
Oh, okay, you spawned in the new plane. Okay, and well, it obviously it didn't like that because everything crashed. Do you want to do the server instead?
Yeah, I'm already on it.
Thank you. Let's check out the stocks. Viacom is still doing trash, which is expected. GME is down and down-ish. Like, it's basically sideways. It lost like $7 on the day. It's like, okay, you know, whatever. How about ZNTL? Up 51. Damn. They were kind of hovering around close. I still think it's going to go down long term. I got my put around like 53. So 51 is still good. I just wanted it to be further down for the day versus near close. Same thing with CBS. I was hoping CBS would go down more today than just 27 cents, but it's still down and so still a win. Still a win. It kicked me and it's full. Oh, you had down. Oh, Sharky has downward gimbals. Okay. And you're in. Good.
Oh.
Good. Yeah, we have an 8-person now. Okay. We're trying to figure out who's going to host the first season of Builder Bus. If it's going to be like Ethereum or 90D. And we don't know who has a good enough computer. And you usually do okay. So we might like make you compete and then like have you host too.
Imagine.
Because we still need signups, man. We still need signups. I sort of Ethereum to promote it a bit more on his channel too to help us out, but we still need signups.
Thank you, Hex, for just accidentally pointing out something I forgot to do with the plane. Yeah, I saw that some of the pistons were extending when he was pressing W and S, so I forgot to remove the keybinds from them. And I'd never noticed it because I was usually in the flying seat, which wasn't connected to the pistons. Jump in. I'll be taking off as well. We can go shoot at him. He doesn't have a gunner.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Can we shoot at him? I don't know, man. Is this a plane or is it a paperweight? Because it's only good at one.
I think you're in the pilot. Okay. Please, game. Okay, thank you, game. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, this is significantly smaller, and it's fuck-up proof too.
Uh-oh. Not completely, apparently, because you can turn into the seat, which is kind of a problem.
Oh, okay.
But I can see what I can do.
Oh, whoops.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. And on this one, I like that the guns, they can both go the same direction if you need them to. Like, if I wanted to double up my firepower on the bottom, I can just have those guys go to the back. And if I wanted to double up on the front, then I just double up on the ones here. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong seat. There we go.
I think you'll just have to live with the fact that you're just gonna have to not... I don't want to limit the turning radius. I could do that, but I mean,
I'll just
then
see-
you couldn't like just
Yeah.
lift it up and go around the thing.
Yeah.
Cause like it would be a pain if they just pass in front of you, and you'll have to go all the way around with the back turret.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to like
Yeah.
put
That's
the
good.
turret up and then
Yeah, we'll live with it.
It doesn't have to go that much up either. It's just a tiny bit.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. This is like 99% idiot proof. I think we're good.
Yeah. Also look at the fact that I did it like a proper stealth bomber.
Yeah, you did it like a B2. I love it.
It doesn't have the vertical stabilizers, just like the real.
Just like the real thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
because those mess up the stealth part. It's visible on like you know, the radar equipment and stuff then,
Yeah. It's
if
sick.
they had them.
It's sick.
Here's the one I did without the turrets.
Ooh. That's a beauty. Yay. This is cool. There's like a big blade.
Yeah.
Oh god. Hold on.
You can salvage it.
No, I tried. I almost did.
If you get a bit more used to it, you could have salvaged that. This hasn't gotten any like test with damage, but it flies better at least.
Yeah. It's okay. I mean, the goal is to get shot down, right? So, like, it's not that big a deal if we...
I mean, yeah, but you don't want it to be like super duper fast either. Like,
that's fair.
you get a shot like at one point and it just fucks you over completely. You don't want that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We don't
Oh
want
no.
that.
Hex, what did you do?
I'll let you take off first, and then I'll backspace. Okay.
Oh wait, can you not save this thing because of the colors?
The colors
just
shouldn't
editing?
be a big deal.
Or I mean
but
the
it's
skin.
the glow.
Like,
The glow, I can't. What's glow?
can you? Oh, it's a DLC, so it's money. But like, can you save it?
If I get rid of the glow thing, then yeah.
Okay, so you can't save it with. I think I know what we might be able to do though. I'm gonna directly send you the blueprint, and you can plop it in your folder and see if that works.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, because if I just have it delete the glow thing, then I can, no problem.
Yeah, but if we can keep the glow, I mean, why wouldn't we? Am I right?
Sure.
Oh, frick, wait.
God damn. This thing has a hard time turning. Like, trying to turn out of, like, a fall. Like, fuck, that's hard.
Just gotta be a bit more careful, but it's not like one of those agile things. It's more like you turn more with the tilt and the lift from the tilt, and tiny bit of like pitching up while you roll to the side. That's how you do it. You just don't pitch too much while you roll to the side.
It helps if I let go of the thruster, too. I gotta remember to do that, too.
Yeah. Also, if you keep speed. If you keep it as high speed, it's also a bit better.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Let's see. There. So you just need to open the original. Yeah, you need to open the original and you just drag it into your blueprints folder in this PC, documents, Trailmakers, and blueprints.
Oh, I was really hoping to save that, but I couldn't quite get it.
Damn. Hex just ruined the the whole point of not having a vertical stabilizer by putting a vertical stabilizer on it.
It's fun.
I have a bunch of new cars.
Oh yeah, dude. This is fun. Because it's
Not like
a stealth plane, dude. So like,
it's a stealth plane.
It can't
Stealth
have
planes.
like things on it. It has to be flat.
Yeah, it's like supposed to not show up on radars and stuff. So when you have like the thrusters sticking up like that and stuff, it like, yeah. I see that you're trying to add smaller wings now. Yeah, I just went with mini thrusters because that's what the actual plane actually does. It has thrusters doing it.
Yeah, this is a speedy boy, too.
Yeah, it's faster than the last one too, I think. Which means that they'll have to give some more cores into speed as well.
Yeah. Is this a 30 core limit too?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's how I like thought about that I could add the guns on. I saw there was like it had 20. It had 20, I think, 20 cores before the guns I added. Then I had 2 extra cores.
A really nice thing I like about this plane is that it flips very easily, which means that like once you get used to it, it can change direction very quickly, and it's gonna make it really hard to keep up with because it's fast and it can just immediately do 180s.
Yeah, it's because it has such a big surface. Oh,
and like it honestly, like it's transitioning into that climb pretty well too. Like it's gonna be hard to be a gunner on this plane, but like you may not need it.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you can hit some shots, it's gonna be annoying for the people trying to actually hit you.
Yeah.
Being shot at.
Oh crap. Oh no way. Oh, I thought I got that. I was like, no way, dude. Pappy Miko, what's up?
There's one
Thanks for coming
cars.
by. Oh, dude, that thing's cool. That thing is cool.
You can do some drifting if you hold space.
Oh.
It's if you hold space, it just helps it drift a bit by using thrusters at the back.
Oh, it almost doesn't need it though. Holy hell.
Yeah, I know. That's if you're like going super slow and have full throttle. But if you're going like at a medium speed, you can just do it, and it works like really well.
Having a hard time getting to medium speed, man.
Just don't turn too much as you're accelerating. And don't do it backwards.
Oh, okay, I see you.
Yeah.
There we go. That's neat. Hey, Shark.
I mean, it still has a lot of things sticking up and down.
Yeah, it's better, but it's still not like the point of the plane.
Yeah.
You'd show up on radar in a heartbeat with that. Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, this needs more space.
You probably would with the turrets as well, but the turrets were only just added for the challenge.
Can you see in chat? What do you mean? Yeah, I can. I can see chat right now. I don't always do a good job of like remembering chat, but you know, I can see chat.
Ah, here's another one.
Yeah. Whoa, it is fun though. Oh god.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Hey,
and just
Pappy Miko, what's up? Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Oh, it's blue. I like blue.
Yeah. I put in some contrast there too with the armor plates.
Oh, okay, yeah. This one is easier for me, for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't spin out as much.
Yeah, not even close.
But it does have less handling when it
day going so far? It's going pretty good. We're checking out some Trailmakers today. Again, I usually stream Trailmakers like twice a week, but I haven't been doing great at that the past week. But man, I like this car. I like what you did with the suspension with like red thing in the back too, like where like the engine
Oh,
would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Like that's really cool. That's really cool.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
fan.
Let's just say I saw a Ferrari not too long ago, standing on a sidewalk, like parked outside a car store, and I looked down the back.
Yeah, dude. Those things are sick. Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I like. Honestly, this is probably one of like my favorite cars that you show me. This is nice, man. I love it.
Yeah, I have 3 more, like, that you still haven't seen.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing them in the
Woo!
order
Look at
that
that.
I made them too.
Oh my god, that's awesome, dude. That little like.
This thing is stuffed with engines. This has, let me see, 81 cores.
81 cores. Holy shit! How did you even fit it in this?
You'll see if you go in build mode.
Okay.
I think it's
mode.
my fastest, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
love Trailmakers, but I sold my PC and haven't played in a while. Oh, bummer. Yeah, you know, we're doing a competition. Holy hell. Okay. Good lord. It's just nothing. Okay, that's fun. We're actually doing a Trailmakers competition on the channel, man. And we're partnering up with a couple other streamers to do it. If you want to check out some stuff on it, or Discord has some teaser stuff in there as well. If you check out the YouTube VOD channel, which is right here, then there's 3 streams in March, the 20th to the 27th, where we look at playtesting some of the challenges for that competition. So if at the very least, if you want to watch that competition, then that follow that you just did is going to be the perfect place to get that content. Our Patreon is where that content will be after it expires the 2 weeks on Twitch, and it's $1 a month to do that. We're hoping to start in May for Builder Bus, but we need 2 more signups before we can go. And that's about it, man. That's about it. But we're watching some stocks today too while we're doing Trailmakers. I've got some money going on GameStop at the moment, and that's kind of going okay. Could be better. I'm waiting for Viacom CBS common stock to be viable so I can get a call and wait for that to go up. But it needs to stabilize first, and then I'm shorting CVS stock, which is doing okay. It could be better, but is doing okay. And I'm shorting another stock, Zentalius Pharmaceuticals, ZNTL is the ticker. And I got the short around $53-ish, and it's at $51.50 right now. It was doing really well around 1 when it went down to 48, and I'm hoping it'll go back down and close low below today. But I've got a couple months on both these guys. I've got I think until like August on ZNTL, and I've got until July on ZNTL and August on CVS. So I've got plenty of time on that. And then yeah, we it's almost noon for me, and we've got some buddies in Germany as well. So just let us know what time you're available for the Builder Rust competition in the Discord below for the new people that are coming up. If you want to be part of a Trailmakers game show, we need 2 more signups to do it in May. And so far the times are Wednesday and Saturday. We're gonna need to specify a time during the day, but it seems like 11 a.m. PST or 1 hour ago would be the start, and it would be ending in about 30 minutes from now. That would be that you guys know what the time zone's going to be for if you're available to be a part of it. And that's about it. Wow, this guy spins. Yeah, the blue one's probably my favorite because it's like the easiest one to control. But this guy's fast.
That one has a lot of power. Also, it uses big glitches, you know. The blue one uses no glitches at all.
Yeah, it's 9 at night for you, for sure. Then you are another one of our friends in the German audience, man.
Oh yeah, it's the same here. It doesn't have to be German. I'm from Norway. It
Oh,
could be
it's-
Sweden. It could be
could be
Denmark.
Sweden,
it could
Norway.
be Finland. It could be Netherlands.
Oh, that's a big time zone,
It could
dude.
be a shitload. It's like almost every single country in the EU.
Wow, is it really?
Like I think it's only Britain that's the only country in
They're
the EU
like an
that
hour
is in that
further.
time zone.
Or no, they're like an hour.
Yeah.
They're an hour closer to me.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
an hour closer to you.
Yeah.
I think that's like Britain is the only one that's in EU that isn't
sure.
in this time zone.
Oh, he's from France. Oh, dude, for real. I've been. I went to France. I spent like 6 days in Paris. I had a good. I liked France.
I've been in France too, actually.
I really wish I had more time to go to the. Oh, you're from France as well? Oh, for sure, dude. It's awesome.
No, I've been there.
Oh, you've been there. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. You're Norwegian. Like, what are you talking about? You liar.
Transnational.
Yeah, I had a really good time in Paris. Really enjoyed the art museums as well. That was a lot of fun. But I didn't get a chance to go to the French countryside, and I really wish I could have gone to the French countryside. But I had an amazing time in Paris. I'm actually a photographer as well, so I do black and white film, and I've been doing black and white film photography for the last 6 years, and I even have a 4x5 camera, if you know what that is. And it's been pretty cool, man. I took a lot of. I didn't have my 4x5 when I went to Paris, which is a bummer. But I did manage to go to Notre Dame before it burned, and I have some photos of it like a year before it burned. I went in 2017, so I was really glad I got to go to Notre Dame before it all burned down. Well, I was really sad when that happened. I saw that on the news, and I was like, ah, fuck. Like, that was a cool place, a really historic building, and glad I got my photos of it, but nothing I'll probably end up like selling for anything. Oh, you love photography too? Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of photography. I started in high school when I was 17, and I'm now 25, and have been doing it ever since. It does not make any money for me though, and I really want it to, but it does not at the moment. But I have been fortunate enough to go to France, Iceland, Spain, Italy, Singapore, and Thailand, and I went and took pictures all over, and had a really good time. And from what I really wish I had more time in Italy, because I only really had time in Rome, and I didn't like Rome. And I had a lot of time in Spain. I had about a week in Spain, and we went from Bilbao to Zaragoza to Barcelona by train, and that was pretty neat. I liked Barcelona. I got to there's the Catalonia. Oh God, I used to know how to forgot what it is. But October 21st, 2020. Yeah, October 21st, 2020, the Catalonia Plaza protest in Spain. I was there. I photographed it. So much fun, dude. It's crazy.
Got another one here for you.
This is fun too. Oof. Yeah, this is easier for sure. This and the blue one are definitely like.
It has only 20 cores.
That's why it's
the blue
easier.
one had 27.
Okay. Funny enough, the blue one was easier for me to control. I'll be back in France in May, so I might be able to get me a new PC so I can participate. That'd be awesome, dude. Either way, your support just in views would be amazing. And you can always sign up later, too, because we're going to do more than one season. So we're going to be doing it's a 5-person competition, so we're going to be doing 5 seasons of the standard Trailmakers competition. And then we'll be doing a Build or Bust Champions Edition that will be featuring the 5 winners of seasons 1 through 5, assuming that they want. I've never been to Barcelona, but I've been to Madrid. I've never been to Madrid. I had a really good time in Bilbao. I actually prefer Bilbao to Barcelona because it's not quite as big. And Bilbao has amazing architecture too. But one of the main reasons why I liked Bilbao was that I'm actually Basque as well on my father's side, and my dad always wanted to go to Andalaga, because Andalaga is the hometown, or the suspected hometown of my Basque lineage, because my last name is Mandalaga. But it got changed when my grandfather joined the war in the U.S. For World War II, because he served for the U.S. in World War II, and there was a typo on an army document, and so it got legally changed to something else. But my last name traditionally is Mandalaga, and he and I went to Andalaga, which is like just like northeast of Bilbao, and it was just beautiful. Absolutely teeny little town, like no like. Okay, sorry, but if you said something and I didn't answer, it's because my internet is shit. Okay, that's all right. But you can always watch the repeat too, because the repeat should be nice and crisp. But we went to Bilbao just to go to Andaraga. Then we took a train from Bilbao to Barcelona, and that took like I think 2 days to do it. It was like an 8 hours from Bilbao to Zaragoza, then Zaragoza to Barcelona was another 8. But I didn't like Zaragoza. That was kind of like it felt gimmicky. It was like the only like big town on the way, and they like had a big temple, and they even had like this big flower thing out, and like I couldn't even really bring myself to photograph it. Like it didn't feel right. I don't know what it was about it, man. I just couldn't do it. But the food in Bilbao was my favorite. I really liked the food in Bilbao. We had pretty good food in Barcelona too, but I really enjoyed Bilbao a bit more. And it was cleaner. Bilbao was just cleaner, for sure. Definitely cleaner. I liked that it had like the big city architecture, but like a smaller population. And I don't really like big cities. I don't really want to live in a big city, but like I would not protest to living in Bilbao. I would protest to living in Barcelona. I don't really want to live there. But I had fun visiting, but I don't want to live in Barcelona. But I liked Bilbao. Yeah, dude, honestly, like, Zaragoza just wasn't special, man. There's just, like, Bilbao, for me, was also cool because, like, it is close to my heritage, for sure, but, like, it had just rained the night before we went into Andalaga, and Andalaga is this tiny little Spanish village, Basque village, rather, and there's no grocery stores, no nothing. It's just houses and farmland, and this river running through this valley. And we took a cab all the way out there, and when we took the bus back, and it is one of the most picturesque places I've ever been to. And I've been in this is after I went to Thailand, after I went to Singapore. Like, I had gone through like so much, seen so many beautiful things, and like the shots I took like under fresh rain with the beautiful white poofy storm clouds that had just gone, with like the perfect amount of contrast and just this big blue sky. Like, I absolutely adored it, and it was just beautiful, and I loved it, man. Andalaga was just one of the most beautiful places I've been to, for sure. And it's really cool to like also have that personal connection of like knowing that like generations and generations ago, like my like heritage probably came from there. Like, but I don't like the big city and country. That's why I barely stay in France. Yeah. Oh, if you don't like the country and if you don't like the big city, then you just kind of go small town vibe then. Because I can live with small town vibe for sure. I don't know, like, I don't like being as remote as country. Like for me, like, I don't like, I've been like 5 minutes away from the grocery store like my whole life. Like, if I'm more than 5 minutes away from the grocery store, I like immediately say fuck that and don't want to live there, right? So like I hear you. If you like photography, you should visit Haiti, but I would recommend to try right now, because they're going to some shit, but they have one of the best landscapes I've ever seen in my whole life, for sure. Yeah, Haiti is not on the list yet. I've wanted to backpack Iceland for like 3 years, and I was in Iceland for a total of 3 days, with 2 of those being travel days. So I did not get enough time in Iceland. Iceland was gorgeous, and I had a blast in Iceland. The only complaint I have about Iceland is the food. It was really expensive. Like really expensive. Like $47 for 3 of us to get KFC. Like really expensive. And it wasn't much better at the restaurants either. It was like $30 to get like trout at a restaurant. And in the US, it's like maybe like 16 to 25 at most, depending on the restaurant. And like maybe it was just the one place that I went to, but like I was really hoping in Iceland to get like blown out of the water with like fish and chips, right? And I feel like I've had better fish and chips in like in a London pub here in my hometown. So kind of bummed about that. I was really hoping to get like the best fish and chips of my life, and maybe I just hyped it up too much, but I was really excited for the seafood in Iceland, and I was let down for sure. So I want to go back and try a different place and, you know, hopefully find that perfect thing I'm looking for, because I know it's got to be there, right? Like, there's no way Iceland just has, like, complete shit seafood everywhere in the whole country. Like, I must have gone to, like, the one place that doesn't have good fish and chips. So, I need redemption for Iceland, man. And I just want to backpack it, man. Or even if I need to, like, it's a big island, so I may like do it in a car, but I really want to go and like just take my 4x5 and just be in Iceland for a month and just go, you know, just take a tent, get some food, and just fucking be in Iceland for like a month and just not care. Just know the meaning of Haiti, which means country of mountains. So they have a lot of mountains, and they're high too. Oh, for sure. For sure. More immediately on my list, even than Iceland, is Japan. I have really want to go to Japan, specifically Osaka. I love photography, but I also love food. And I have wanted to go to Osaka and just gorge on all of the weird shit there. Like, nothing like too weird. But like, I know that I'll probably have like some of the best Japanese food of my life in Osaka, Japan. And I can't wait, man. I really want to go.
Still driving the same car.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's a good car.
I had another one spawned in.
Oh, did you? Okay, here. I'm getting caught up. Of course, it was going to be expensive. It's one of the most peaceful. It's one of the most peaceful countries. Yeah, and they have a super high tax rate too, which like definite like. It doesn't like. It really like. It. I would say what the biggest thing that like they're still kind of feeling it from when the bank collapsed, because they had all that corruption. So like, kudos for Iceland for actually like arresting those people. Like when the U.S. had that, they just like was like, LOL, no, like they're fine, like they didn't do anything wrong. And everyone's like, but they crashed the economy, and they're like, no, they didn't. And everyone's like, yeah, they did. Like, can you arrest them, please? And they were like, no. So, like, at least Iceland like actually arrested the people like that caused it, but like they're still kind of feeling the damage from that. So the krona is just like not doing great right now. It's definitely better than it used to be. So once the krona is stronger again, then it should get cheaper. But yeah. Oh, whoops. I keep thinking I'm not backwards every time. So I went to go forward. This is fun. I like this one.
Yeah, that one's more like a Lambo.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's more like a broke bow.
Yeah. Like my suspension.
Yeah, that actually is pretty cool. Is that just pipe? Oh, so it's pipe suspension?
Nah, it's suspension. It's just a push rod. So that like if there's a hinge, you see this hinge right here?
Yeah, I think so.
It's every hinge is on 0 strength except the steering ones, of course. This one right here moves this like rod up and down, the one with the wheel on. And if that rod is gonna move up, then this suspension has to compress, so that suspension is keeping it up or keeping it down.
Huh. Oh, I like that you did 2 different tires too. That's cool. I've never really thought of doing that before.
That was just because of the width of the car, because at the front I needed the steering hinge, and then I just put the wide ones at the back. It also gives you more grip at the back, so it doesn't spin out as easily.
Ah.
I have over 5,000 channel points now. I can pick a
Yay.
game.
Should I make the channel point stuff more expensive then, or what?
No. I've watched a lot, to be honest, though.
Okay.
But I don't know about the pick the game one, to be honest. It might be a bit easy, but I don't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing right now, dude. Like, I didn't know you could even pick the game.
I started playing Tab G today, and there was nobody that could play with me, so I'm just gonna pick that. You're gonna have to play with me.
What game?
Tab G.
Tab G? I've never heard of Tab G.
Totally accurate battlegrounds.
Oh, totally accurate battlegrounds. Okay.
Yeah.
How is that different?
Yeah, it's
is
like
it different from PUBG?
Yeah. It's you know the totally accurate battle simulator games?
No, that's why I'm confused.
Ah, okay. Okay, so it's basically that mixed with PUBG. It's like a it's a wacky PUBG.
Okay. Okay.
Very, very wacky. I was actually streaming it in the Discord earlier when you were in here.
For sure.
You were playing Among Us.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I woke up like way too early, so I said fuck it and like didn't get back to sleep. So I woke up at like 4:30 and I was like, well, shit. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is being itself. I think the only I don't like about small countries, internet problems. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to figure out where I would want to live if I like didn't live in the US, and like low-key, like I really enjoyed the business district of Singapore, and the food was phenomenal. And one of the things that Singapore has going for it is that it has so many different ethnic groups. So the food scene is just like this awesome, like traditional fusion mix, and no matter what you're looking for, you're gonna find it. Like, and it just amazing, absolutely amazing. Like, if you're a foodie and you want to go to one place that's super English friendly, is clean as all hell, has amazing tourist attractions, and is a sample dish to taste like every kind of Asian food, Singapore. Easy Singapore, dude. They had everything.
Do you remember this thing?
I feel like I should.
This is it's the one that was like a bit hard to control and it can flip easily. It doesn't really matter though. This is basically the same suspension, except it has 3 of them on each rod.
Oh, for sure.
And it also has an extra suspension on the wheels that are just, yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of helps it if I try to go on top of a rock, so it doesn't get a that hard impact.
For sure. But yeah, Pappy, if you're looking to travel and like test out some Asian stuff, like Singapore is fucking legit. I loved it. And the flower gardens in Singapore were like amazing. I've got photos. Actually, you know what? We went through the photos on stream. If you look at the Stonks live stream, I think it was the 8-hour one, not the 3-hour one. Somewhere in that stream, we actually went through some of my photography, so instead of having to do it again now, if you want to look at some of my work, it's on that. And the little bit of it that I actually scanned is on there. Yeah, what I'm saying is that you should go there, and where I would recommend to go is the Citadel Laferry. It's built on the mountain, and it's so high that you can see the rest of the coast of Cuba. Oh, for sure. For sure. That's pretty neat. Um, now, one trick I have picked up when traveling is that je suis Canadien. I don't tell people I'm American. Or if they seem like they like Americans, I will not say I am American. I will say I'm from California because they know that means I'm not one of the racist Americans. So, like,
I already got the timestamp for the time when you showed off your art or
Oh, you did?
the pictures. I mean,
oh, dude, that's
yeah,
awesome.
because I stopped watching a bit like right after that, so I could just go a bit back.
For sure.
It's a bit before the 2 hour mark on the stonks.
On
stream. Can I
the
just
8
copy
hour
the
one or
link
the
to this?
3 hour one?
The 8 hour one.
The 8 hour one? Okay, cool. So like Pappy, 2 hour mark on the 8 hour stream is when we went over some of my photos. Cause I had to stay up like a lot for that one. That was last Friday. We were looking at the GameStop stock and trying to make some money. But yeah, I tell most people that I'm Canadian. I did that in Paris too. I did not tell people I was American. I told everyone I was a Canadian, and then I in Thailand and stuff, there were some people that didn't care, but like we almost went to Vietnam, and like just even having an American passport in Vietnam was not great. Like I really wanted to go to Vietnam for the gun ranges because in Vietnam they have Vietnam era weapons for you to go shoot, so you could go shoot like a 1960s like M60 machine gun and stuff like that. And I like firearms, especially historic firearms. Oh, thank you,
I put
gamer.
the link in chat.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
And so I really like historic firearms, and so that was something that I was super interested in doing. But there's still a really good there's still a surprising amount of anti-US sentiment in Vietnam, and so we decided against it, and we went to Fifi instead, and that was still really fun, and I loved that as well. And you're gonna see some of the photos in that that video from Fifi as well, and the flower gardens as well in Singapore. That was like just picturesque, man, as all hell.
You know what you should do? You should probably take out the section where you show your pictures, and you could put it in on YouTube on a separate video.
I could. I also likely if I get back into it. Well, I'm in the Bahamas right now, and I told everyone I'm Haitian. There you go. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. One of my favorite things that I absolutely loved about Paris was that the African gypsies would come up and like ask if you were African. Like white as shit people. Like I would watch them go up to other like white as shit like tourists and go like, "Are you from Africa?" And they would get like, honestly, I think they did this to like just get a laugh out of people, because the looks that they would get from some of these white people was so fucking funny that I honestly I almost just felt like standing there like doing it with them, you know. Like I had such a good time. And so they go up and ask me if I'm African. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm African. You know, we had a grand old time. I know they get a bad rap, and I know that you should be cautious of pickpockets around them, but beside the Thai people, I have never met a more friendly and loving person than the gypsies in France. And so I don't hold anything against them, but I don't love how they make their money, right? But that being said, there's a lot of pieces of shit on the planet, and I can happily say that I was never once shown any hate from any gypsies anywhere that I went. And so I will give them that. They have my respect for that. But they are unbelievably nice, and I had a great time laughing with them. That's Paris and shit. We don't do that in Marseille, for sure. But yeah, dude, that was easily one of my favorite memories of Paris. My other was I went. I didn't like traveling on my own, and so my brother knew that, and he faked being tired and sick in the morning, because my sister was sick too, and I really wanted to go to the museum. And it was the only day we could go, and he and I were gonna go together, and he fucking faked it and made me go on my own in France. And I fucking hated him for it, and then I loved him for it, because I had a great time. I had my earbuds in, I was walking around Paris on my own, I went to all the museums I wanted to go to, and I met this amazing elderly French woman, and we sat on the park bench for like 15 minutes talking, and she was like talking about how I was like, if I had to grow up in a country that only spoke one language, I was really lucky it was America, because English is kind of taking over. And she was like talking to me about like why that is, and it's basically like, especially in France and Europe, it's because of the Second World War. And like she was talking about how so many people forgot like why that was a thing, and like why the English is so widespread now is because of the war. And it was like crazy, and like we talked, like it was like such an awesome conversation, and I hate that I forgot most of it, but she was talking about it for like we talked back and forth about that, and like had a like it was a really awesome time, man. Like we both like just had like some coffee, and we were chilling and talking, and you know, she was a super sweet lady. I think I took her portrait. I think I might have forgotten to take her portrait. I wanted to, and I don't think I asked, and I think I forgot, but it was a really cool thing, and like that was one of my favorite parts of Paris, was getting to meet with her, and like to talk to someone who like remembered it, kind of thing, and was like was a part of that cultural change, and like was able to note like how easily like the entire country just seemed to forget why they speak English in the first place, you know, like crazy, absolutely crazy. But thankfully though, I learned my lesson on that portrait, and the next time I saw a really badass portrait, I didn't hesitate, and I got it. So my other like probably like my favorite portrait that I've taken, at least favorite color portrait. I have some black and whites that I've taken that I don't hate, but when I was in Thailand, we went on a boat from Phuket all the way out to Phi Phi, and it's about like a 2-hour boat ride. And another awesome experience I had was with these Pakistani guys. At the front of the boat, it was me, this English couple, and these 3 Pakistani guys and one of their wives. And those 3 Pakistani guys, some of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever met. Like, we had such a good time just shooting the shit for like 2.5 hours on this boat ride. And I was just, dude, we were laughing like the entire time. Everyone was cracking jokes. They're like, you gotta go to Pakistan, man. It's so much fun. Like, everyone's super nice. And I'm like, dude, I'm down. Like, let's fucking go. Like, I'm like, I honestly like, because Pakistani food's like really good too. Like, I'm really excited for that. And his wife was, so like, big blue sky, amazing blue ocean, really blue boat, and his wife had on one of the most gorgeous dresses I've ever seen. This just mix of these vibrant yellows and oranges and reds, and she's got her hat, she's asleep, like with sunglasses on, laying down. And so I asked his husband if I could, I asked her husband if I could take her picture, and he was like, yeah, go for it, because she was passed out. And so I have this amazing color portrait of this contrast of this red, orange, and yellow dress on the blue boat with the ocean and the sky, and it's just like, I love it, man. I really love it. But one crazy thing happened to me in Paris airport. I watched the woman that was in checkout, and I watched her and her friends gossip, and I didn't know gossip on, and didn't know I know French, and it was hilarious. The English is really taking over. Yeah. For sure. Oh, for sure. So were they like gossiping in French, and they didn't know that you spoke French, and so they thought that you were English, and so they were like gossiping in French at you? Did you show it on stream? That portrait I didn't scan though. I don't have that. I don't think I have that one scanned yet. I didn't show that one on stream, but I really love that portrait. It's on Fujichrome. All the color shots that you're gonna see on that stream are 35mm Fujichrome, and I really like that color film. It has a hard time with yellow. If yellow is the primary color in the image, Fujichrome does not do well. But it is one of the most balanced films I've used for shooting blue and green and red when it's the primary color, but it does not like yellow. It has a very hard time with yellow. I think Kodak is better with yellows and reds, but they tend to suffer with blues and purples, but I really love blues and purples, so I prefer Fujichrome. And for the most part with landscapes, that's the colors I want to show. I want that cooler tone on landscapes. So Iceland especially, like if you're gonna go to Iceland, you need to shoot Fujichrome because it is amazing. Like I, hands down, like all the shots that you're gonna see of Iceland on that stream, all Fujichrome. And I wish my exposures were better, and I wish I did better bracketing, but that was amazing, man. I absolutely loved it. And Fujichrome is by far like a must-have for me if I'm gonna go to Iceland, and I really loved it in Thailand as well. It's very rarely let me down. The most it struggled was the flower gardens because there were some flowers that were mostly yellow, and it really did have a hard time with that. But otherwise I like to shoot black and white, and so I'll shoot Tri-X 400. I'm a big fan of Tri-X. I've pulled Tri-X to like 200 before. I think I've pulled it to 100 before, but not very often. I push Tri-X to 8 almost all the time. If I'm printing 8x10, I like shooting Tri-X at 8, but now I print 11x14, so I try to keep Tri-X at 400 because at 11x14, 400's got enough grain off that 35 mil. And I very frequently use Tri-X as my nighttime film as well. I'll shoot Tri-X all the way up to like 3200 if I need to. I've shot it as high as 64. Not the worst at 6400. I prefer Tri-X at 32 more than Ilford Delta 32, and most commonly I will shoot modified zone system on Ilford Delta at 1600. That's most of what I'll typically do, because although Tri-X can do 32, it's much better at 16. So if you can get away with 1600, then yeah. Yeah, I was coming from the Bahamas. Her and her friends started gossiping about me, so I didn't say anything and act like I was struggling to answer her. So I could hear what she was saying, and they kept talking. It said that this man making our language sound like shit coming out of his booty hole. So I said that. So I said, "Is that so?" I'm French, and started talking to them, and they were speechless. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's like the thing that like I really wish I wish that I was like fluent in like Japanese, because I have Hispanic heritage, but I look white as shit. So like if I could speak like one of the harder languages, you know, like for English speakers to learn, like, oh god, dude, I'd have such a good time cracking jokes like left and right if I went to Japan.
I gotta go get my food. You have fun with that.
Oh, awesome. Oh, wow, this is like surprisingly stable. But yeah, I've had a great time traveling, man. I really do. I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I've had, and it's been a blast, and I loved it. I haven't had a lot of bad experiences traveling, which I'm really grateful for. I know some people have like the worst experiences traveling, but all the places I went to, not a chance. In Thailand, man, like so nice, man. It was beautiful country and super nice people. Like really enjoyed Thailand for sure. Never met one shitty person in Thailand. And my cab driver in Thailand, oh my god, dude, Sambot, that legend, I miss him so much. We met him like the second day of the trip, and he was our driver all week, man. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. We were messing around. Like we met him because we wanted to go to the Royal Temple in Thailand, and fun fact, it's not worth it. He told us that, and so we changed our plans that day. We ended up going anyway, but we changed our plans that day, and instead we had like one of my favorite days on the Thailand trip, and we went to Ayutthaya, the old capital with all the old temples, and just had a blast. And we went to like 7 different temples in Ayutthaya. I got to see the Buddha that's carved into the tree as well. That was really neat. I should have a photo of it somewhere. I don't know where that photo went, but I should have a photo of it somewhere. I thought I took it on roll film, but I might have done 4x5, and if I did 4x5, that photo might have been lost. I had an unfortunate accident with a lot of the 4x5 film that I shot when I was in Thailand. The humidity was a lot worse than I expected, and so it made a lot of my 4x5 negatives stick together, and if I'm gonna save them, I need like a long time in a continuous darkroom that I just don't have access to, so I have to wait. It's been like 3 years, and I haven't been able to save those images yet because I haven't had access to a darkroom that I can like lock and like be in and control for like a couple days. So it's been a bummer on that front. But Sambat was our driver for the whole week, and we met him, and we were just having like the craziest time. And this guy has one of my favorite laughs that I've ever heard, and I could make him laugh like whenever I wanted. So it was like an amazing week for me. Like we would joke around all the time. And so there was my brother has some tattoos on his forearm of like different seeds from where we're from, and so he's really like happy about that too, and he's really like proud of it. And so I was talking with Sambat, and Sambat noticed the tattoos on Nate's arm, and he was like, "Oh, like those are like what are those? That's kind of neat." And so like he was like, Nate started talking about him all proud, stuff like that, you know, like, yeah, like, these are seeds from where I was, like, from where I'm born, like, they're, like, the natural trees from the area kind of thing, and he's got, like, the Latin names underneath them and stuff like that, and so I like to call him, like, my botanist on retainer, but Sambat was, like, actually, like, kind of liked it. He was, like, understanding it, and, like, kind of, he liked the meaning behind it, and so I leaned into Sambat, and I go, you know, in a couple years, they're going to be trees. And he looked back at me like deadpan, like with a smile, because he was like happy to like keep the conversation going, and then his eyes just kind of like narrowed a bit, and he like processed what I said, and he like just like had like this kind of like late reaction to it, like this little like this little smile to it, and then looked back down at the tattoo, looked back at me, and like reprocessed what I said, and just started cracking up, just like full on cackling about how my brother's tattoos were gonna turn into tree tattoos from the seed tattoos in a couple years, man. And like he killed it, man. Like he was dying. Like he was driving at the same time, so it was kind of scary. But like I was so happy that I was able to make him laugh. Like he was laughing for like at least 5 minutes, man. It was so much fun. Like the stupidest little joke that like took me like no thought to come up with, but he fucking loved it and was just like, you know, he was really into that, and it was beautiful, man. I miss it. I'd hang out with that guy all day. He was really sweet. But anyway, and in the
How are you
Bahamas,
enjoying the plane?
Yeah, I am enjoying the plane. Thank you. In the Bahamas, there's a lot of Haitian there, and I went to school for a while, so I had a lot of Haitian classmates. So sometimes I listen to a girl talking about me. It's my pleasure to listen to people talking about me, thinking that I can't understand. Yeah. And they don't know that Haitian Creole came from French, so I could understand what they were saying. And have a lot of Haitian friends, so I could speak Creole and understand, and I love doing that. And some of them still think I can't understand. That's nice, man. Yeah, when people travel, you meet a really lot of nice people. Yeah, man, I've met a lot of really nice people traveling. Another person I met another photographer. Actually, you know what? This is actually one of my favorite things about my 4x5 camera, is that I get to meet some of the most awesome old-time photographers, because 4x5 stopped being popular in like the 1970s, Well, I mean, realistically, 1980s. Like the 1990s was like a really big switch to digital and like kind of getting away from that kind of film. So a lot of the photographers that used to do it professionally in the 80s and early 90s, they know exactly what I'm doing. And so when I use my 4x5 camera, I meet two different kinds of people. I meet the kind of people that don't know what it is and look at it like a spaceship, which is also fun. Or I get the old guys who know exactly what it is and come up and talk for hours with me. And we just chat and chat and chat. And they tell me about all the paper they used to use, all the developer they used to use, and like their favorite stuff. And they're like, what lens you got? And I'm like, it's a Schneider. They're like, damn right, you better get a Schneider. Like that German shit's perfect. You know, like it is like one of my favorite things. And I have so much fun. And like, the nice benefit is that a lot of those old photographers are retired and married, and their wives are like on vacation. They're like in like fun mode, and they're like happy that this guy doesn't have his camera with him. And then they meet me, and I talk to their husband for 30 fucking minutes or more. And like at minute like 6, their wife understands what's going on. And it's the same eye roll every fucking time, every single wife. And me and her husband talk for like at least 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. And then his wife just goes off on her own, sees the thing, circles back, sees we're still talking, and then just has to wait until we're done. And it never gets old. It never gets old, man. It's so funny. It is like it's low key like one of my favorite things about getting to meet like the old nice photographers that like know exactly what I'm doing. And so funny. I met and like it was like peak dad moment when I was at the tree something fountain in Italy. God, I don't remember what the name of it is. I photographed it, but I was there one night trying to photograph it. I'm gonna Google like Italy fountain Trevi, the Trevi fountain, is that it? Is that it? The Trevi fountain. Yes, the Trevi fountain. I was the Trevi fountain in Italy. And we were there one night, and I was setting up my 4x5, and I had one guy come up, and we started talking, and then another guy noticed what was going on and came up and started talking, and then a third guy came up and noticed what was happening and started talking. And so the four of us were talking for like an hour about 4x5 photography, and like they all had wives, and they were all there. And like it was really funny because like everyone noticed like we slowly started like adding more photographers to the group, right? And like all of them knew 4x5 stuff, and so like they're talking to me, and then they're talking to each other, and then like almost at the same moment, like all three wives were like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then they all left, and it was like like you had like a simultaneous eye roll with the wives at the, like it was like they knew like, right, like they're so supportive, like they want their husbands to have a good time, like they know how meaningful it is, so they're not going to drag them away, but at the same time like they don't give a fuck and they just want to go look at the fountain. So they all went and looked at the fountain together. And then we stayed talking about photography for like at least 40 minutes, man. So funny.
It's like payback for when you have to wait for.
Yeah. It's absolute payback for when like they're like
like,
holding you
they're
up
shopping
at the,
some shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's absolute payback.
Yeah,
you
or
know
just
that
at a
that
normal
husband,
grocery store, to
yeah,
be honest.
You know that husband just spent the day being dragged through like department store after department store in Italy, like shopping all that stuff, and then he meets me, and like we get a group of other photographers, and we get to have a grand old time.
Itself.
Yeah, the opportunity shows itself, man. Like that is one of my favorite things about the 4x5 camera is that people come up and want to know what's going on. Like the younger people don't know what it is, and they want to know what it is, especially because like for 4x5 photography, you have to have like the canvas tarp to black out the viewfinder. So you have to like set it up on a tripod and like go underneath like this. I have a black canvas with magnets that clips to the front of my camera. And so I have this big shroud I have to go under to focus and to focus the picture and get the shot lined up. And like I start like it's because it's honestly like this is another part like I have my tripod out and I've got my 35 millimeter in hand and like that looks like a camera. So I take out my tripod. They think I'm gonna put the 35 on that, and sometimes I do. But then I open up my bag because I've got like 20 pounds of camera gear every time I travel because I don't leave anything behind. I take two 35s and my 4x5 with me every day when I go out, and it's like 20 pounds of gear. And so I open up my backpack and I pull out this box, right? And then I start setting up the box. I put a lens on it and all that. And they're like, wait, I know what that should be, but I've never seen that before. What the fuck is he doing? And then like I pull out the tarp and go under it. And then like it's like they're just like what? And then like this switch comes up and they like have to come talk to me. Like, what are you doing? Like what? Like why did you do that kind of thing? And like it's fun because like I'll like let them go under the tarp and they're like mind blown. They're like, wait, what? Like that's what this is? And I'm like, yeah, it's a camera. And they're like, what? Like it's cool. I have a really good time with that too. Yeah, bro, whenever you go to the mall with your mom or your girlfriend, they take forever. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's that definitely is a a common plight of most people. My mom, like, we in a small town, like we ended up knowing a lot of people, and so since my mom worked with my dad in real estate, we knew a lot of different people just off of that alone. So besides school and that, anytime we went somewhere, we would run into a minimum of like 4 people we had to stop and say hi. Like a trip to Safeway never took 5 minutes because even if we went in for 2 things, we'd meet 3-4 different people we had to say hi to, and that would take 4 or 5 minutes each time. So it was always a thing that we had to do, saying hi to people. But yeah, my 4x5 camera is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy having it and using it for sure. And I've met a lot of really cool people because of it. But I met this really awesome photographer in France, actually, at the Eiffel Tower. Before I even owned my 4x5, I was still practicing with 35 millimeter. And his name was Gallard, and he was the head engineer of the aerospace, not aerospace, the aerodynamic section of Mercedes for their prototypes. And so this dude would help make sure that the concept cars and prototypes for Mercedes-Benz were aerodynamic and fuel efficient, and handle the engineering side of that for what the designers came up with and tell them what was getting in the way. And this dude obviously made bank, right? Because German guy, super sweet. And the dude like legit had a fucking castle and like tons of cars, but he also was a photographer, and he was one of the best photographers I've ever met. And he doesn't post his work. It's on one of the apps, but he doesn't sell it. He doesn't sell his work. He just likes to take pictures. And I knew this motherfucker wasn't lying because he was shooting 10 to 12 rolls a day of 120 millimeter black and white film. And each one of those rolls is about $15 to $19 based on what kind of film you're buying. So this dude was blowing through at least 150 a day in film, if not 200 a day. And so, like, between the photos he took, the gear he had, I knew this motherfucker was legit, because he had a beautiful, pristine Hasselblad, like one of the best Hasselblads I've ever seen in my fucking life, with all the fun attachments, like 3 different backs. And he had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Carl Zeiss lenses. 4 of the most expensive lenses that you could possibly own for this Hasselblad camera. And this dude was so fucking nice and like just completely legit. And I talked, he and I had an amazing conversation. I love talking with this guy. And we actually met because we wanted to take the same angle of the Eiffel Tower. It was crazy, man. Like, I was looking at this guy's work and like, I wanted the same shot he did. Like, we met because I was trying to find a spot to photograph the Eiffel Tower without going up it, because I just spent a couple hour before photographing the outside of it. I wanted a close-up straight up at night, of it. And so I met him next to the carousel where I took the photo because we both were taking the same shot. And it was so cool. And I actually missed my shot. He was there first, and it took so long for him to finish that by the time I took my shots were underexposed. But like, I didn't care. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, I was so happy to meet some guy that talented, and like I found the same shot he did, and we ended up meeting, like talking and stuff. And he was so nice, and he even like let me hold a Carl Zeiss lens. Like, this is like at least a $4,000 lens. Some of them go for 15,000 plus. And he handed it to me like it was a hot dog. Like, he did not care. Like, I could have dropped that thing and broken it. And he did not even flinch about just letting me hold it. And this thing is stupidly expensive. Like, literally, like one of the most expensive, best photo lenses you could buy. Not only is it just expensive, but to get an authentic one from date, they're hard to find. They're rare. Like, they are like one of the reasons they're expensive. Well, this is like not only like one of the best designed lenses, but some of the cleanest glass you will ever see. Like for real. Like it only gets crisper if you don't use glass at all. Like these are some of the most expensive lenses. Yeah, and he didn't just have one. He had 4 of them. He opened up his bag and showed me. I counted them. They're beautiful. They were like diamonds in his bag, man. Like, he had 4 of them, and they were different it wasn't even replacements. It was different millimeters, and like depending on the millimeter, it gets even more expensive. Like, it's crazy. Like, dude, like this dude was like not only like legit like made it, like got to do his passion, smart as shit, but like also like was nice as hell and humble as fuck, and like knew that he had gotten lucky in life, and like he was just happy, man. Just like one of the most genuinely happy people I've ever met. That he just gets to go on vacation. He lives like this awesome place in Germany, has a kick-ass job, and just gets to like roam around photographing stuff. And he had some of my favorite photographs I've ever seen of daytime lawn exposures of the French countryside that were just gorgeous, just jaw-droppingly gorgeous. And the fact that this dude is never going to sell his work is a shame, because he would be one of the best photographers in fucking history if he just shared his work. And he has no interest in it. He doesn't care. He just likes doing it. He's self-taught too. He just likes doing it. And this G's just out here popping off with like the best equipment possible. And he's legit, man. He was a really cool guy. His name was Gallard. And he was super sweet, and that was also like one of my favorite times traveling as well. Oh, yeah, that's right. The market's about to close. Let me see how the market's doing today. It is about to close. Whoop, that's email. Nope, not email. I don't give a fuck about email. How's Viacom? We're hoping that it gets stable enough to trade. It's not. It went down another $1 today. It's gonna be a while till Viacom's stable. How's GME? Held at $10 up. Wow, that's surprising. That's the 3rd day in a row it's traded sideways, by the way. I can't believe GME traded sideways for the 3rd day in a row. That's crazy. Okay, well, we'll get back to GME and see how it does. CVS, how are you doing? Did you finish low? Finished low. Okay, then we're good. I made money on CVS. How about Zance? 51. It did finish below, but it's gonna probably finish high. Finish up on the day. But ZNTL's doing pretty good. 10,000. Yeah, I have at least that many too. It's crazy. All the important ones I see and look into. So let me figure out how much I'm up on some of those calls and puts. Okay, so I'm down 600 on the day, but that's because of the GME stuff, not because of anything else. I'm up $22 on the CVS puts, which expires in August, and I'm up $38 on the ZNTL pharmaceutical company put, which expires in July. And then GME and call. I have 2 puts and 1 call on GME, and they're all down. But it's just because it traded sideways. If we get enough action soon, then it won't matter. So, not bad, not bad. Could be better, but not bad. My dad texted me to see how I did on the market today. So, I'd say overall good day. Good but small gains. I have a put. Tell me that I got the put on CVS and CNTO, both doing well. He didn't think that I should have shorted the pharmaceutical stock. He's waiting for it to go down just to buy it and ride the way up. But I prefer double dipping. I like to get the way down and the way up. So as long as I don't fuck up the down part, then it doesn't eat into the profit of the way up. So, and I actually, what's really annoying is that Viacom was on my short list and I wanted to short it, and then it went down faster than it should have because of what the company did to crowdfund. So I ended up losing out on the fall by like $6,000 a contract because it was at 100 a share and it went down to 40. So if I'd known that was going to happen, I would have made a lot of money off that Viacom short. But now I need to wait for them to settle into their new price range and then ride the next wave up, because it should hit like 60, and it's at like 38 right now, but it's still dwindling down because they just went through a big sell-off, and they went through the reason it fell was because they watered down the stock. They added another 35 million shares for like $3 billion of profit when it was at $100 a share, which is why it fell so hard in early April. So I have to wait until people kind of stop selling and stabilize the stock, and wait for that turning point, because the turning point could happen at 38, it could happen at 35, it could happen at 25, and it could take another like 6 months for all I know for that turning point to start. So if I get a call now, it might just be wasted money. So I have to wait. I was expecting a sharper return to it. I was expecting them to not care about the watering down as much as they did, but a lot of the investors of that stock are still pulling out to get some profit back from the fall and save themselves from any more dip. So it's going to be probably till the end of the month that it keeps going down. But can't be, I can't be sure, so I'm just gonna keep money out of it until I know, because that could go down for a while. So no point and it could go down slow too. It looks like it's gonna go down slow. I'm not interested in a long slow bet. I want something faster. So I'm gonna wait for the turning point once it starts trading consistently above 40, kind of thing, and then I'll spend money on it. But yeah, anyway, traveling was great, man. I really enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed almost all my time in Europe. I wasn't a huge fan of Rome. I met good people in Rome, and I had good experiences in Rome itself, but like I could take or leave it, Like I went once, I don't feel the need to go again. And frankly, I was very underwhelmed with the food. I really thought that the food in Rome would have been way better, and it just wasn't. Yeah, for sure, bud.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know. It was it's Florence, man. That's where you gotta go. You gotta go south to get good Italian food. Rome was just meh. Just meh. I mean, I've had better pizza in the US, man. Like honestly, like
Damn.
I know. It's really annoying.
Damn, that's a real big insult. Oof.
Yeah, okay, well, but like for real though, like there's one place in Berkeley in California that makes really good pizza, and like it's 4 hours away from me. On multiple occasions I have driven 4 hours to Berkeley just to get that pizza, and then turned right back home and driven 4 hours back to have leftovers like throughout the week, because that pizza is that fucking good. And there's another
Yeah.
place that does a different style of pizza, because that place does more traditional pizza, and it's really really good. And they use like super fresh, like locally sourced ingredients, and it tastes amazing. But there's another place closer to me that's like 20 minutes away, and this place does deep dish. But they don't do like Chicago style deep dish. They do like cornmeal in the crust, flaky, crumbly, like cornbread kind of deep dish. And it is one of my favorite things I've ever had. Like, it's expensive, unfortunately. Like, it is an artisan pizza for sure. It is not like going out and like getting a Costco pizza or, you know, something else like that. But well, maybe you're just used to the U.S. pizza taste, and that's why it seemed like it was good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe my palate's too Americanized, right, on pizza, but like I know like all the other pizza, like most like the fast food chain pizzas are just mediocre, right? Like, I don't like look at like any fast food pizza and go, this is the best pizza that has ever been made, right? All of my favorite pizzas that I've had are from like maybe like 2 or 3 chain stores that still do it right, still use fresh ingredients, still care, and aren't afraid to charge you for how good their pizza is, because they know it's worth it. And so like I think it's like a 12-inch deep dish from this place local is like $25, but it's worth every single penny, because that pizza is it's not only is it unique, it's also just straight delicious. Like, I immediately fell in love with it. Like, from the first bite was like, this is one of my favorite things I've ever had to eat. And the other place in Berkeley, Slivers, is really good. Like, that's a good pizza for sure, but it's not the same. It's a completely different taste from this other place that's local, and it's incredible, man. It just is. It's like when you go to it's the same thing as when I went to Paris for the first time, and I had to go to like 3 different shops to get what I needed, because there wasn't one store that sold everything. So if you wanted to get good meat, good bread, good cheese, you probably had to go to 3 different places, like maybe 2. And so to go to the cafe in the morning and get flan that was made like basically like there the night before, like, or just like to go and get like fresh baked bread in the store across the street, or even, you know, there in the cafe, like, was incredible. Like, complete 180 on food and like how I felt about it, especially given like the age I was when I went there. And that's what I look for that now. Like, I want that taste that just like lets me know that like this was made like awesome. Like, this was just made well and made fresh, and Sharky has 5,000 Gen points. Hell yeah, bud. And it was really cool. And there's actually like a bakery that opened up that's also like a bakery and brewery together, and so I go for the bread, but it's kind of expensive, so I don't go all the time. But they make hella good bread. And oh, you know what? I started using my blender to make homemade breadcrumbs. I gotta go get their bread, and I gotta use their bread to make my breadcrumbs. I'm over here using Costco chain bread, you know, Killer Dave's famous bread kind of thing. It's good bread. Killer Dave's bread is some damn good bread, but I should use their bread from the bakery down the street. That would make some very tasty breadcrumbs.
I put too many bombs. I can't take off anymore.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah. But anyway, so that's fun. Oh wow, it's 1 o'clock. Oh, it's getting late for you guys then, huh? It's like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll pause and I can grab lunch. And call it a day. Well, this was fun, man. I like the little trip down memory lane about all the travels and stuff. That's nice. I don't always remember that, so it was nice to get to share some of that as well. Yeah, for those that know photography, like Gallard is like a fucking unicorn, dude. Like that dude, like nice as shit, not pretentious, like super humble, like didn't like look pat, like didn't go like, oh, like this work like could be better, so I'm gonna say it's bad. Like was like super constructive with criticism at the time, you know, and just all around like amazing person, and had hella gear, like hella gear. But yeah, he seriously recommended that I get a Hasselblad as well. Oh, oh shit! Did you see that? Oh shit!
Yep.
Dude,
I'm trying to shoot you.
are you? Oh, okay. Ah, okay.
You have
finally
guns
broke.
back, so you can shoot back.
Oh, I have guns in this? I didn't know I had guns in this. Oh, I do have guns in this.
Left shift.
Yeah, left shift. There we go.
A lot of them. There's 8 of them. I shoot 16 shots per second. Oh, that was close. You almost got hit there.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh
no.
god.
Both wings!
I'm a tube.
Okay, that was kind of amazing.
That
Come
was
on.
cool.
I hit one
like
wing,
that.
you started spinning out, and then I hit
Then
the
hit
other one.
yeah.
And it was
Sharky,
like
what'd you miss?
it was completely symmetrical.
Yeah, it was. Dude.
What
I was
what you
goated, dude.
missed was me not missing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't hit like. It's not like you fired 2 shots and got both the wings. I mean, come on. But
Yeah, but like,
like technically.
you just turned into a rocket, basically.
Yeah, basically.
You were like
Yep.
perfectly symmetrical and everything. You could have kept going. If you
I
weren't
tried.
on a
I tried. Like,
trajectory.
Yeah, like if I was on like
driven
not
on.
a crash course trajectory. Yeah, probably would have been good.
Oh, are you gonna go attack me now?
Well, I'm gonna attempt to, but I don't know if it's gonna go well. I mean,
Just try to stay on my tail.
I do need revenge, don't I? I mean, like, come on.
I
I'm
mean,
just
yeah.
gonna take that sitting down.
You just need to try
What
to
am
stay
I,
on
French?
my tail. Poppy feels that one.
Sorry, I was dressing up. I have to go to the beach because it's too hot over here. Yeah, they actually sent us home because it's too hot. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's getting hotter here, actually.
Is
it's
it?
like
Yeah.
early summer. I can go out in a t-shirt right now. It's like just above, so I can like go out in a t-shirt.
For sure. Well, I'm glad.
Come on, follow me.
I'm a little far away. I'm coming. Oh god. Hold on. I'm dead.
Rip.
Too low. We too low. Something won. Holy fuck.
Oh my god, no. No, I
Do you
think
have
there's
any
something wrong
idea
with
like
you.
how amazing that was for me to have a completely unrelated name come into a 13-year-old joke? Like, you have no idea the payoff of that.
Bruh. I shot off part of your
You did.
aileron,
That you did, yeah.
which also provides lift, so that's not good.
Nope. No, it's not. I
Better
almost
get
crashed.
revenge.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to chase me.
Oh
now,
no,
so just
damn it. Yeah,
just
I got,
backspace.
I got a backspace, yeah. Yeah, so you have to go. Maybe I'll see you next stream. Yeah. I'm gonna be on again later today, and then we're gonna be trying to hop on as much as possible as well. We already hit affiliate as well, which is why we're getting channel points. So we don't have to worry about view count anymore. We just kind of stream whenever. So we play Apex and Rocket League and Satisfactory and this. So we're gonna be doing the campaign for this game at some point, and then we're definitely gonna play Rocket League today. I definitely feel like some Rocket League. And we might play Apex as well. Probably will play Apex, but definitely Rocket League. I think I want to get some lunch. Oh wow, I'm
Be on
dive
my
bombed
tail.
the whole way.
No.
I think I'm gonna get some lunch.
I'm just
and,
waiting for you, basically.
I know. I'm aware. Thank you for being supportive of this effort. Oh my god, dude. Can you
see
not?
me?
Can you stop
so far
crashing?
away that-
Yes. Can you stop crashing?
I'll just be leading you out here a bit. Now we're in the open. Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
I thought you were going that way. I was trying to get early to turn on to go on your tail.
Oh, I meant towards the water. Oh boy. Come on, boy.
Oh, I'm not gonna go
Are you
that low.
following?
Fuck off.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna lure you low. I was gonna lure you in here.
That would also be low.
You see where I'm at?
I see where you are. I do.
Yeah, I went through the
You went through it,
aircraft
yeah.
carrier.
I'm not that good. I
I
ain't
tried doing
that.
it earlier too. I've gone through that aircraft carrier with so much speed before, like 400, 500 kph with this plane.
God damn. Oh.
Yeah,
Ah, I didn't die. Nothing happened, chat.
amazing.
Oh god. Oh, what? There we go, dude. I'm getting so lucky. I mean, I'm getting so much better. Look at the skill.
I'm gonna try to go through, but I don't. Oh boy, Sharky's shooting at me. I don't have guns, Sharky. I'm harmless.
What do you mean you don't?
I
have
just
a
went
gun?
through at
Damn
like
it.
470 kph.
Nice.
No, I switched plane.
Oh, you
The
switched
one
planes?
that goes really fast, so I could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I could fly through again at like 470 kph. But I mean,
Oh
I
my
can
God.
attack you with this too. I can do Japanese style.
Oh god. Okay, come on.
Just change my pilot's nationality.
Jesus. Oh god. I'm crashing. Yep. One wrong
The
move.
kamikaze.
Turned a little bit too far.
Oh! Oh. Okay, yeah, you had to go eat lunch, right? Because I should probably go too, so...
Yeah, I gotta go eat lunch and it's late
then
for
I'll
you.
be just
You should.
closing the server and you're
Yeah.
gonna go eat.
Yeah. We should do that. Oh god. Okay, I'll have to
Yeah.
get my revenge later. You know. Well, you know what they say. Revenge is a dish best served cold, much like pizza.
Yeah.
So we'll get leftover revenge tomorrow, or like whenever.
Oh yeah,
Sharky's like,
about
what?
the
I'll be like,
Tab G. Have you played PUBG?
oh yeah, I have PUBG on Xbox. I haven't played
Have-
Tab G,
like, have you
but
played PUBG?
I'm familiar with
Okay.
PUBG.
Yeah, okay. It's just very wacky. Okay. That's basically it.
You cut out a
Yeah,
bit there.
it's free though on Steam. It's
Oh,
free.
it's free on Steam.
So
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
cool. I'll
to
check it out then.
download it.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll go back to the main menu then, and I'll actually just need to quit the game. But anyway,
Also, every time you streamed Rocket League was the middle of the night for me.
oh yeah, I know. I felt so bad for you guys because I knew I was pinging
And I
you
have
guys.
Rocket League.
And you hate Rocket League? Damn. I felt so
Well, the
bad
ping
for the
doesn't
guys
bother me.
in EU.
No.
Yeah, I
I don't wake up from that. I wake
did,
up to
like-
like a bunch of Discord ping.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm glad it didn't wake you up, but like I did like at least like 4 streams that are like the middle of the night for you guys. And like I low-key felt bad doing it. Like I needed to, I had to stay awake. I had to keep myself busy. So I didn't have a choice. But I felt like, and it was even like it was middle of the night for the US too. Like it was like not a good time for any of us. Like I should not have been awake. I wanted to sleep but couldn't. And I'm pinging like everyone at like either like 4 a.m. or like 3 o'clock or like what, like I think it was like 1 a.m. for you guys, and then like 5 a.m. or something like that for me, or like it was horrible time. No, it would have been like 11 or something. I don't remember what it was, man. Fucking crazy, dude. I was pinging
Yeah.
people like all the bad hours. Like it was not good. I had like
No
no
problem.
views too, but I figured like at least the content would be nice, right? I figured at the very least like you guys would wake up and get some content. But I also like just had to like stay awake, and so I figured like if I'm in a game I might as well stream. So how do I spell the name of that thing for the PUBG wacky thing?
I
Tab G?
do I have you on Steam?
I don't know.
If you go on Discord and click on my profile, it's linked. My Steam is linked.
Okay.
You can
actually
just
don't
add
think
me.
we are. Okay. Oh, also, hey, don't get the fuck out because we have enough viewers. We're gonna raid someone. We need to raid someone.
Yeah.
I always forget to do that. Oh, there you go. There's your team. I'll open that. Team community should already be logged in. This user also plays as that. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're in the group. That's good. I don't know if you added me as a friend though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could have just added you from there.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I need to do it from like
That
the Steam
is
thing. Let me go to community.
I can add you. I can add you.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna figure out who we are gonna raid as well. So don't go nowhere. We're gonna raid. But we are ending. So everyone, thanks for coming by. If you had a good time, don't forget to leave a follow.
Okay.
If you had an extra good time, then don't forget to consider supporting us on Twitch or Patreon. If you do decide to support us financially, Patreon is the better place. I will get a higher share of ad revenue and I will get paid out faster. I don't get paid out on Twitch unless it's increments of 100. So I have currently made $9 thanks to all you guys who are for wonderful subs and ad revenue. But I won't see a dime of that until we hit 100. So if you guys need the convenience of through Twitch and want the benefits of through Twitch, totally understand. But it's a 50-50 split on Twitch and like an 80-20 split on Patreon. So it is more of your hard-earned money will get to me, which hopefully is what you want if you support us on Patreon as well. But meanwhile, I need to get us raiding. I think we're gonna go raid 90D because he is online with 5 people watching, and so we're gonna go check out what he has going on. If you like his content too, don't forget to leave a follow over there as well. We do want to keep growing the relationship between the two channels, and yeah, I could raid I'm Kibitz, but he has 697 views and I have 3, so we could get him to 700. Like that'd be fun, but like I don't know, like we're kind of small. I don't think he's ever gonna raid us back. It'd be dope if he did, right? It would be like amazing channel record and we'd get like so many subs, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But you know, because he streams Satisfactory too, so if you guys want Satisfactory content, I'm Kibitz is an awesome Satisfactory streamer, and so is Amelie of the Sea. She is dope too. But we're gonna raid 90D and keep his stuff up. He's playing First Class Trouble. I don't know really much about what that game is, but it's a game, so go do gamer things and watch games, please and thank you. And we will catch you guys all in the next one. Thank you so much for the support and the follows and the good times. It's awesome to get down memory lane again with those travel memories and travel stories. And yeah. I need like an actual outro. I don't have like a sign off thing yet, you know. We'll think of something eventually.
Yeah.
But for now, you know, have a good day, and don't forget to catch up on our content later. Don't forget to subscribe to the Discord. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels and all the fun things. So stick around for the raid, and bye bye.